Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. This is an underlying theme of the novel 1984 by George Orwell. In 1984, we're introduced to a man named Winston whose actions and thoughts are controlled by a totalitarian government. Him and his girlfriend Julia purchased an apartment together and decide they want to rebel against the party. While at work, O'Brien, another man that they believe thinks the same that they do, invites Winston over for a meeting. At this meeting, he talks about joining the Brotherhood and gives Winston a book to take back to Julia. In this scene, Winston is reading the book to Julia while back at the apartment. "We are the dead," he said. "We are the dead," echoed Julia doubtfully. "You are the dead," said an iron voice behind them. They sprang apart. Winston's entrails seemed to have turned to ice. He could see the white all around the irises of Julia's eyes. Her face had turned a milky yellow. The smear of the rouge that was still on the cheekbone stood out sharply, almost as though they connected with the skin beneath. "You are the dead," repeated the iron voice. "It was behind the picture," breathed Julia. "It was behind the picture," said the voice. "Remain exactly where you are. Make no movement until you're ordered." Will Julia and Winston keep running, or have they finally been caught? Read 1984 to find out. There are many things I love about 1984, but I've narrowed it down to 3. First, I love the character development of Winston. In the beginning of the book, he is a meek citizen that just does what the government says, but towards the end, he's rebelling for not just himself, but everybody else. Secondly, I love the way that George Orwell uses past governments in real life to bring sort of a realism to the party and just Oceania where they live. Lastly, I love the ending. I love the way that he does not let the underdogs win and how it shows just what really happened to many former revolutionaries. In conclusion, I think you would love to read the dystopian novel 1984 by George Orwell.